Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We're going to start.
Mike 57.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Set.
On first down, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check, check, check.
Darnold now to throw. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 64 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Right there, 56. All day, baby, all day, all day, all day. Shoot, shoot.
80, 80, 80.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Absolutely.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Check, check. Fresno.
Monday. Alert, alert, alert.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch it, man, Monday.
Rosen off the play action. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
That's right.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
You're outside.
Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's red 80.
58 to Mike. 58.
Red 80.
From the 22, Darnold, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the
80.
After the interception, here's Rosen. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bass. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 37 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he's got this down to the 35. That good for 19 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check three.
Now it's Darnold. And it's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Sponge. No.
Red 80. Greystone travel.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run on first down. Bass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Danny. Switch. Alert. It's a safety creep.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop. Drop him.
And it's 3rd down.
Connect. 180. 56. I'm here all day. Jack. Alert. Mike's 56.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On third down, it's Bass. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Hatchet. Hatchet. Man, 80. 58. 58 is Mike. Yeah. You don't want none.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
58 is Mike.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, come on out. Red 80. Come get some. Come on here. Come get that.
To throw is Darnold. It's complete to Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Darnold. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
We're outside. 58. 58 is Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second and 11 now. Darnold throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mike 50, lady.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step in the game.
On first down, Little. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Alert flare.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Darnold from the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Check, 59.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Check 50.
Hug. Monday.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert.
Hey, quarter.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 59.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a give, right side. Hickman. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Hickman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Defense all day. All day.
Check safety, check safety. Showing up, showing up.
Hey, Delta.
Rosen will throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Darius Slayton, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
Touchdown, Detroit! Deion Kane, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Darnold. And the catch made by Hopkins. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Play action here with Rosen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. Hickman, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Bass. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Now it's Rosen. Now he'll pull. Oh, Rosen is stripped of the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Mike 54. Bring it. Bring it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Yo, lady. What you got, heavy? What you got, heavy?
Here's Darnold. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Rosen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Hey, alert, alert.
Let's
General West.
Let's go, defense.
Hug.
Let's go, defense.
Hey, alert, alert.
Here we go.
Check 99. Check 99. Motion. Motion, motion.
What do you got? Hey.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Yo, lady.
Come again. Here I come again.
Hey, lady. Check.
Check hot route.
On first down, it's Darnold. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Johnson running right. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 19-yard line. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mike's 59. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. He finds Hopkins complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Here we go, son.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Sarfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw, Darnold. Screenplay, Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want play.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
56, Mike, 56.
Hey, check.
Check.
Yo, 80.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Darnold now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Protein spill.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Bass. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 27. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. The toss running left. Hickman. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. On third down, Johnson. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our